Welcome back, everybody, to another camping with Tony and Bruno, who's in the back. It's a wild camp this time, not a car camp. Even though my ankle is completely destroyed, we're gonna go for it, but it's not a long walk. Hello, my lovely. So first we've got to, the tank is empty. I've got to get food for the trip. Bruno, get back, get back. I've got to clip his harness on. Food for the trip, and I need to get fuel. So let's go get that sorted. Let's get food. Green lip mussels. All right, let's put the chilled stuff in the fridge just until we get to where we're going. Then I've got to put it in the backpack. Always have your supplies permanently in the fridge. Oh, it's getting windy. Storm's coming. Right. It's getting stormy out there. Let's get there. We've got about, it's just over 2.5 hours to get to camp. Got the stuff in the fridge. I've got a pie that I'm gonna have on the way because it's early and I haven't eaten yet. I've got a little thing for Bruno. I've got my coffee, chilled coffee, which I'm gonna have on the way. And then I've got that little bone for Bruno. Bruno, do you want your bone now? Let's see if he wants it now. Bruno, what's this? Oh no, he needs a knife. Okay. Ooh. Yum. Go on then. Give me a treat. Go on then, good boy. Okay, so I got a steak and cheese pie. I'll eat that on the way. I'll bring you back closer to where we're gonna park up, then walk into camp. I forgot, gotta get fuel. My tank is empty. $168 for 70 litres. Oh, it's horrible out there. It's blowing an absolute gale. And in the petrol station just then, let me just plug the power in. There you go. In the petrol station just then, they're watching the rugby. Welcome back, everybody. Still got about another hour and a half to go. The sky looks very angry, very scary. Look at that sky. We're driving into that. But in other news, the All Blacks just won against Ireland, which I don't think anybody was expecting. So they progress onto the semi-finals against, I think, Argentina. Just coming through the little village, or alpine village of St. Arnaud. It's grim. It's really chucking down. Oh, we're here. And it is chucking down. What do you think, Bruno? You ready to go camping? All right, this is going to be grim. It's about half an hour, 25 minutes up the riverbed. This is just going to be so awful. It's just pelting down. I've got to get my rain gear on, go out into this. Got to sort the food out, put it in my backpack, which is already 26 kilos. What is that, 60 pounds almost? Or shall I just go home? No, let's camp. It's early, we can do this. What is it? It's 11:30 in the morning. Okay, so I think we can do this. We've got a river crossing, a couple of river crossings to do. It shouldn't have risen much. I've checked the rivers, they seem quite low still. So let's get out there. I'm gonna get my wet gear on, and I'll bring you back. All right, come on then, Bruno. Whoa. Oh man, it's so grim. It's really, really horrible out here. This is some of the grimmest as I've started the camp. All right, so I've got to get all the food out of here, my fridge, put it in the backpack, and then we'll get going. Oh, okay. That was difficult. It's freezing cold. I've got the gimbal connected to the phone, so that's why it looks like it's moving. It's tracking me because it's on the phone. So hopefully you can hear me. Right. My pack is here. It's just so crammed full. It's huge, huge. You'll see it when we get to camp, but it's over 26 kilos. All right, everyone, let's get cracking. We've got walk up the riverbed, get to camp, got a few river crossings. I'm not looking forward to this walk at all, but I've got to lock everything up and I'll bring you back on the walk up to camp. Okay, what do you think, Bruno? Should we go camping? I think you're more excited than I am. Oh man, this is grim. This is so grim. All right, but once we get there, we get everything set up, we get a fire going, won't be so grim. It's freezing. Can't feel my hands now. All right, bring it back on the riverbed. You got a stick. My ankle is killing me. Those you know, I've got an ankle injury. I've just had the MRI done and got the results. I'll tell you about it at cigar time. Right, keep pushing forward. Not that far to go now. I think we got one more river crossing, maybe two. Depends on the shape of the river, it changes all the time. Look at Bruno, he's having a great time. He's not cold. Hey buddy, what you doing? Come on. Oh, finally, there's camp. Right there. Oh, come on, Bruno. We got here quite quickly. Just kept pushing. So what we'll do is we'll cross here. Bruno, cross here. Come on. Good boy. Yeah. And that's why I wear waterproofs and boots to do those crossings. But I think we've got to cross that again because it doubles back again. So I think we've got to go over that one more time. Oh, I can't wait to get to camp, get that tarp up, get my chair out. Really need my chair. Oh man. So, yeah, have to cross the river twice. There's no way else to do it because it sort of bends like an S. That's pretty fast flowing. Let's hope it doesn't get too high by tomorrow. Oh, I didn't bring the gimbal with me, so excuse me if the footage is a bit wobbly. I'm on the iPhone. Here we go. This is my campsite. Oh yeah. With a river running through it. I need to get this pack off, get the big camera out. Whew. Okay, welcome back everybody to another camping with Tony and Bruno. First things first, we're gonna get the tarp set up. Oh, actually first he needs his treat. So let's get him that. Okay, we're working on sit pretty. So let's see if he can do it. Sit. Okay, sit pretty. Sit pretty, Bruno. Sit pretty. Come on, sit pretty. Sit pretty. Come on. No, that's jumping. Come. Sit. Sit pretty. No, that's jumping. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. He doesn't do it on camera for some reason. Come around. Here. Okay. Sit. Sit pretty. No. Sit pretty. That's jumping. Come on, we can do it. We can do this. He can do it. Come on, Bruno. You can do this. Sit. Sit pretty. Sit pretty. Come on, sit pretty. That's jumping. Whatever. Okay, right, first things first, we've got to get the tarp set up. I'm going to do it a little bit differently this time to usual, just to give myself a bit more space, I hope. I don't know. I've got a 3x3 tarp. We'll see. Let's get that set up. So a 3x3 tarp, which is 3x3 meters, which is about, I don't know, 10 by 10, I guess, feet. Okay, we've got a 3 FUL gear tarp. And I've got some different ridgeline line locks that I've made this time. I'm using these, I don't even know what they're called, car jams, something like that. They're kind of weird. Look at this. So you've got a knot in one end, you pull it, and it jams like that, and then that's it. Can't release again until you pop it out, and then it's free again. So we're going to see if these work. I'm hoping these are even better than my normal Caribbean setup. So let's see. Okay, I have to think about this because it's different to what I'm used to doing. Oh yeah, I'm doing it the wrong way around. Ah, I'm being an idiot already. Hold on. Just got to get used to this new setup. Okay. Right, that feels strong. All right, so I can lock it on. I can lock it on either side. I can pull it this side, but then I'd have rope hanging down, or I can leave this one jammed and locked like that and pull it on the side by the tray. So let's do that. Okay, that worked. It's holding, awesome. It just means it's more flexible. Look at that. Okay, so I want the same on that side as well. That is superb, and they just bind, and I won't have the problem when they get wet with the old line locks. They used to bind up these ones. So I've still got these. It was just in case they failed, so I still use these. Let me zoom in on that. But sometimes when they swell, it gets bound up and you can't release them very easily, and then it's a complete nightmare. Okay. So we need to now peg it out and maybe tie off to another tree over there. I haven't got a pole with me this time, so I'm just going to peg it out into the ground. All right, front's done, let's do the back. Oh, that's nice. That's a really nice setup. This is a really good setup. I like this a lot. I've got enough room to stand up in, but I've got a bit of wind protection coming from this way. As you can see, this is a wind block because I've put it quite low. I could put that side even lower, but I want the water to funnel off that way. And on here, I've got the water funneling off down there. So what I'm going to do is I've got a tunnel tent with me. I've got the Hilleberg Namage. It is not a self-supporting tent, and I really don't usually like non-self-supporting tents. I've made an exception for this one because I like the look of the tent. So what I'm going to do is put it, so the door, it's only got one door, again, a bit of a nightmare, and that opens on the right at the front. So I'm going to put it along there and have the door facing this way, and it should be protected from the rain and everything. So let's get that set up as well. So the Hilleberg Namage is what Hilleberg call a black label tent. It's designed for the absolute worst conditions possible. Very, very thick poles and very strong pegs. I bought this tent quite a while ago and I've never used it. So I'm very excited. So it's a tunnel tent. You haven't seen me in many tunnel tents. Again, I usually like self-supporting tents, but I made an exception for this one. Okay, so you're meant to peg out the four corners and then put the poles in. Okay, so what I actually think you do is, I think you just peg one end in first, put the poles in, and then pull it upright. So let's do that. That's one. Two. Pull it tight. Pull this one tight. Okay, then you peg it in. I hope I've got the tent far enough back that the door is covered by the tarp. It looks like it is. Yeah, it looks like it'll be okay. I might have to move it back a bit. Yep, I've got to move it back. Oh, that's much better. Now the door is covered, just as the rain comes down. Woo! Okay. Now all I need to do is just peg out a little bit more just to make it tight. I'm not going to bother guying it out. Wow, that was actually pretty easy. Right, I just need to tighten the back up. Yeah, that was nowhere near as hard as I thought it was going to be. But I might just put this one guy line out. Yeah. Just to give me some support at the back. Okay. Just tighten all the guys up. Oh man. Wow. Holy moly. I don't know if you can pick that up. That's pretty violent. He's playing with the water coming off the top. All right, we can unpack. I can get my chair out. And then I might put the microphone, click the microphone on because I'm having to shout because the river's so loud. Okay, now my chair is right at the bottom of everything. So I've got to unpack everything first, because I'm stupid and didn't think it through. All right, let's get this door open. Okay, so the entrance is here to the tent. Oh, and it's a palace inside. I'll have to show you somehow. I don't know if you can make it out. It's so grim, but look at all that space. Okay, I got my food. Okay, warm, dry clothes, important. Electrical and camera gear, also important. Coffee, very important. Down jacket, pillow. Yep. Sleeping bag, nice and dry, didn't get wet. Table. My thermarest pad. A grill. Bruno's bedding. And my chair. Chair first. Actually, I've got some other bits and pieces in there as well. But let's get the chair set up. So you haven't seen this chair for a long time. This is my high back chair. And I've got my little chair buddies that go on it. Stop it sinking into the ground. These things are so cool. That won't sink into the mud now. Okay. I've missed this chair. It's just heavy for the tops. Haha! Great success! Hey Bruno! Where's your bone? There it is. Awesome! Okay, so let's get the chair set up, the table. Now I really want to get a brew on. I really want a cup of coffee. But we've got to get firewood. We've got to get a lot of firewood. And I hate chopping up firewood. Hate it. There we go. Table set up. Chair set up. Oh, I'm comfy. Comfy. And I'm going to have the fire here next to me. And the wind isn't getting to me because it's blocked by the tarp. Brilliant. And this is my grill. All right, we got to get some firewood. So we're going to go and scour. I see some trees that seem to be dying, where the leaves are dead. So let's see what we can find. Oh man, it's so grim. Okay, wow, look at that waterfall go over there. That's amazing. Let me zoom in. Look at that. Wow, you can really see the rain. Okay, right, sorry about the footage. Okay, up there, up that bank, I can see a few trees. So I'm gonna get up there, chop them down, bring them down here, and hopefully we'll have enough firewood. Okay, just chop this tree down. It's out here. I made Bruno wait out the way. Come on, Bruno, let's go through. Come on, come on, come on then. Hey, we've got the tree here. Bruno, Bruno, come on. You're gonna follow me? All right. It's quite a big one. Oh man, this is so grim. Yeah, so it's all this. That should last me a long time. Definitely enough. Definitely enough to keep me going. There's camp in the distance. You just see the tarp. All right, I'm gonna lug this lot. I'm gonna lug this lot back to camp, and I'll bring you back. I can't film doing it. It's impossible with the phone. So I'll just see you back at camp with all the firewood. Man. Oh. Woo. This is brutal. Absolutely brutal. It's so grim. But I've got to get the firewood chopped up. And for all I know, the rain's going to get worse. So I'm going to do that, get the firewood chopped up, and then bring you back for a coffee, which I definitely need. Just thought I'd show you a little trick to get water off the tarp if you're trying to collect it. You fold up a piece of it. See, I've tied a guy line to the flat to make this fold, so it's like a channel, a gutter, and that gutter flows down and straight into my jug. And it's filling it up with fresh water. Now I'm next to a stream, so I could use that, but it's full of silt because of the storm. So I'm filling up my water bottle here with a gutter, and I've got one on the back as well, and that's keeping it away from the tent. So that's all flowing over to that corner. This is all flowing to this corner. I'm getting no drips in the front here. Perfect. It's working well. See, from a different angle. You know. And there's my gutter, my channel. All the water is flowing nicely into my bottle. Might have to lift this a bit because I keep banging my head into it. That's better. Alright, I think my fire pit's pretty much done. I want to get it as high as possible so that the smoke doesn't come to me. The higher the better. Right, I think that will do it. I'm gonna go and wash them in the river. Welcome back everybody. Bruno, why are you staying out in the rain? Come on. Come and lie down here, Bruno. Bruno is absolutely drenched, but he doesn't want to come in. Come on, come and lie here. Are you coming? You gonna come and lie down? No, 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 you're soaking, Bruno. Come and lie down. You gonna go and lie down? No. He doesn't want to come in. He's having too much fun out there. Wow. So I'm collecting, I don't know if you can see it. I've got another water container on the end. I'm just collecting water on that. But that's full. Let me go and get that. Oh, I'm gonna get wet. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Okay. And breathe. It is relentless. But I'll tell you what, I've camped in this spot now, I don't know how many times. I don't know. A lot. I mean, it's my spot. You could definitely say that. One of my favorites, in fact. Could be my favorite. And I've had some pretty horrendous conditions. My legs are a bit wet. That's actually from sweat. Everything is soaked. My shirt is soaked. Look, you can see the dry bit below the waistline. Everything was soaked. It's just relentless. And even though I've got waterproofs on, you're sweating in the waterproofs, and that's what it was. Let me just bring you down a bit. Not emotionally. There you go. My chair is good. And it's not, the good news is it's not sinking into the ground because I've got my chair buddies on. Hello, Bruno. Now, if I dry you, will you stay here? He's so pretty, he really is. He's so precious. But it's just I'm talking to the camera, so he's come straight up to me again. He was just playing just fine. So here I've got a ton of wood under Brucey here. So much wood. That should last me. I mean, I don't want to light it now. It's really early. It is cold, but I know it's going to get a lot colder. So I don't want to light it now. But what I do want to do is get a coffee on. And I've got my little, what's the brand? Bialetti. My Bialetti espresso maker here. So let's get all this set up so we can have a decent cup of coffee. And then I'll finally feel like I can just chill. So let's do that. What I might do actually is I might make a cowboy coffee first. Cowboy coffee, I think. And if you've never seen me do that before, well, it's the first time for everything. All right, cowboy coffee. Okay, so cowboy coffee. First we're going to get our burner. And I know people are going to say, why don't you just light the fire and just do it on fire? Because fires take ages to be productive. And contrary to popular opinion, you don't actually cook on flames, you cook over coals. A roaring fire is to get hot, warm in front of. but you need the coals to cook. And they take ages. But definitely for dinner, I will. So I've got my Covia, what's this one called? Hydra. I've got another one on the way called a Booster Plus One, which I'm kind of excited to see. So we're doing a cowboy coffee? Yeah, we'll save espresso for the morning. We'll do a cowboy coffee. What is a cowboy coffee? I hear everybody asking. I'll show you. Right, need a lighter. I always carry a bunch of lighters in my ouch pouch. Now, you're meant to do cowboy coffee with plunger grind. So there's a chance that this grind is too fine and it won't work, but we'll give it a go. Actually, you know what I want to do? Oh, I'm so confused. I want to make a long black. That's what I want to do. He's asleep under the camera here. See what I mean? He's actually sleeping in the rain. He is crazy. It's raining on him and he just doesn't care. He is a true outdoor dog. But you see how the water is just sheening off his back because he's got his waterproof coat. It's obviously nice and warm there on that spot on the grass. And he's fine. He just doesn't want to come in. Oh, I hate seeing him like this though. But it is what it is. That's what he wants. That's how he wants to lie. Okay, so a long black. So how do we do that? Okay, first of all, I've got a feeling this won't fit. Gonna have to be inventive here. I didn't think about that. This doesn't fit on this burner. I do have a grill. Typical. I might have to just hold it over it, because there's no way that's going to stay. Unless, what if I flip that one there? No? I didn't think this through. Can I wedge that down? Oh, that'll work. What I'll do is I'll just have to hold it. Okay. Okay, that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. All right, so what you do, for a long black, I need to make my espresso first. So you put the water in the bottom of this thing. Just below the pressure gauge. There you go. Stick the tamper in the top. Put your coffee grinds in. Oh, they smell good. Organic. Well, you saw me get these in the supermarket. Okay. Now, I mean, you can tamp it down, but I haven't got a tamper with me. But I'll make it neat and nice so I've got a decent seal. Okay, then you screw that on top. Get a good seal. Okay, so let's light the burner. Okay. All right. I don't think it'll take very long. And you can keep an eye on it. You just open the lid. Out. There we go.
turn it down. Doesn't need to be so furious. Okay. Right. So we've got that, and then so we'll get our espresso, and then we'll boil up some water, which won't take long at all, and then you just pour the hot water on top of the espresso. Easy as that. Or put the espresso, sorry, on top of the hot water. So you've got a crema, but I'll probably lose the crema anyway, so not much point. So I'm just watching to see it bubble up with coffee at the top here. Yeah. So while we're waiting for that, what else has been going on? Well, this is my first wild camp for a while. I haven't been out for a wild camp since, actually I can't remember what the last one was. I honestly can't remember. Just because oh, here we go, it's already done it. Look at that. Wow. That was really fast. Okay. So now we need to open these legs up. All right. Crank it. Get my hot water. So I've got a lovely espresso sitting in the top here now. That was so fast. We'll get this water boiling and we will be sorted. So yeah, I haven't had a wild camp just because my ankle has been such a mess. I got the MRI back. I still haven't seen the consultant because in New Zealand it's just so difficult to get in to see a doctor. But it's a mess. Yeah, it's not torn, but there's a few problems. I can't remember exactly what it said. Fissure in the ankle? Oh, I don't know. Something like that. It's pretty grim. Pretty grim. So we'll see. Hopefully I don't need surgery. Hopefully it can just be physio. I'm starting to wish I bought a thicker. This is 1,000 fill though, and it's water resistant. But I am starting to wish I bought a thicker one. And I've got these trousers are actually kind of insulated. But if I get cold, I'll just grab the blanket that I've got and put that over the top as usual. But I'm so tempted to light the fire. I just think it would be nice. I think we'll have the coffee and then I will light the fire. I've just got to get some tinder and some kindling to get it cranking, which means putting my raincoat back on, which is drenched, but not on the inside, but on the outside. So that won't be very nice. But I think a fire will just make camp seem much nicer. This rain is incredible. It's just relentless. The stream has got much faster as well. But I know this spot, I know it well, and I saw the forecast. So the stream should go back down again by tomorrow morning when we have to leave. It drains very quickly. So I'm hoping it doesn't get much higher or faster than this. Camp is amazing. Now I've only got a 3x3 tarp. Usually I bring to this spot a 4x3 tarp. But I just didn't feel like I needed it. I didn't need that extra meter lengthways. And I think this is fine. I mean, look, it's howling. It's howling out there. I'm protected from the wind and I'm completely dry under here. No rain getting through. So Bruno's just walked off. He's gonna go and nest in the bushes. Just what he does. Bruce did the same exact thing in heavy rain. He didn't want to come in. He wanted to lie out, have a look. Even at home, you do the same thing. You'd rather be outside in the making a little nest in the tussocks than sitting in the house. And that's exactly what Bruno has gone to, the same spot that Bruce used to go to, and he's digging, and he's going to make a nice warm bed in the ferns, and he's just lying down. Just got to leave him to it. All right, come on, coffee. Oh, it's boiling. That was quick. Okay, so we will put the hot water in. And then my espresso. There's no crema in these. You can get this version of this as like this pop-up thing that gives you a crema. It goes on the top. But still, this is all I wanted. Cheers, everybody. Thanks for coming. Yeah, it's nice. That's a good coffee. That's fresh. Oh yeah. Okay. I might even be tempted to put some hot chocolate in the next one and have a mocha. All right, everyone. I'll bring you back when I've gone and found some kindling and we're ready to light the fire. Bruno, where's your stick? Where's your stick? Have you got a stick? No. Right. Hey, Bruno. Okay, welcome back, everybody. Had my coffee. I got some kindling. I just need to split some of these pieces a bit more. Get a bit of batoning action. Bruno wants the sticks. Good boy. So you might have heard him barking earlier. That's because the massive wind gusts knocked a tree over there, and that really freaked him out. So he was kind of warning me, no, Bruno, I don't want you coming in here and getting hurt. So yeah, I'm just splitting this a bit more, just because I need smaller pieces. Really need to get this fire cranking straight away. Want to get it nice and hot, we'll try and put it out straight away. Oops. Come here, Bruno. I mean, mind out, Bruno, not come here. In case you've never seen that before, that's batoning. You might see people do it with a knife more often. Is that enough? Wow, I can really hear boulders in the stream. And that's why Bruno turns around occasionally. It's because he can hear them moving. With the force of the water. Yeah, this rain is going to want to put the fire out straight away. Guarantee it. It's me versus the rain here. That's what you wanted, isn't it? That's what he was waiting for. So inside this beech wood, inside the bark, it's wet. Okay, I think we're good. I think we got enough. Okay, let's get that cranking. So what are we going to need? Oh, Bruno. Right, what we're going to do is we'll put a base of split wood down. Yeah, a base of split wood. We'll then put all of our kindling and tinder and everything else in here. We'll do it quickly before the rain really kicks up again. Now, of course, all of this wood is soaking wet. These are very difficult conditions to light a fire in. Okay, get my fire lighting stuff. We're going to go with a couple of fire lighters, like so. Chuck these at the bottom. Make sure the air can get to it all. Yep. Oh man. Woo. These conditions. Right. Get my lighter and we'll do this. Hopefully. Mind out, Bruno. Come on. Okay. Mind out, Bruno. All right. And then we pray to the God of fire that worked. And that's enough. Okay, so we don't want the rain to get to the actual fire itself there. So what I'm going to do is just put some pieces on top so it stays dry, or gets dry inside, I should say. Smother the hell out of it. There's plenty of air getting in. Okay, that's it. And now we wait and see if we were successful. Oh. And I think while we're waiting, oh, and it is going to be smoky at the beginning. Hello, my lovely. While we're waiting, I think I need a beer. Excuse the arse shot. Oh. See, this chair, I got this chair on AliExpress, I think. And, smoke. It's going to be horrendous at the beginning. It's coming straight at me. Look at this. But it's a good sign. Smoke is a good sign. There's no smoke without fire. Yeah, this chair is so strong. And I sit down on chairs pretty hard. And I weigh, what, 95 kilos? What is that, 210 pounds, something like that? And that Helinox chair, do you remember that? Just snapped when I was getting up from it. This thing, the metal is so strong. Hello, my lovely. Can I just dry your head? Let me just dry your head. There you go. So I can give you nice strokes. Yeah. Cheers, everybody. I'm having a Cassell's double cream milk stout. Cheers. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. And you know what? When this fire gets cranking, I'm going to feel human. If it gets cranking. This is pretty brutal. Do you like all my firewood? That big, massive, long tree was just that. That's it. But that really should keep me going. And hopefully for breakfast as well. But I've got my burner just in case. I could do with the wind just keep blowing that way. Hello. He's so cuddly, so affectionate. He wants to know why I'm talking and not talking to him instead directly. One of the best things you can bring on a camping trip is a really good absorbent towel. This one is super absorbent. What brand is this? It's massive. This is Simply Clean Body. I think it's a yoga towel for drying off after hot yoga or something. But it does the job. And for him later, it's going to be essential. But I use it to wipe the camera, all sorts. Hey, I see flames. We've got flames. I would bring his bed out for him, but he won't lie on it. Even if I put it right here, he'll move to the other side. I've tried. You know I've tried. So many of you will know I've tried. There'll be the odd comment that's saying he needs a bed, he needs a coat, he needs shoes, he needs an armchair, he needs a stretcher. Poor Bruno. Feed your dog. Your dog needs to eat more. Let's get all that out of the way now. Yeah? Get it all out of the way. Be done with it. Hello. He's the healthiest, most beautiful, lovely, affectionate, fit, well looked after, happy dog that you can possibly imagine. Aren't you? Okay, everybody. We've got fire, proper fire, we've got proper flames, even in these conditions, and it's raining and everything is soaked on top of it. But look at that. It worked. 2 fire lighters. So now the trick is to keep this thing cranking, but at just enough that I need it to heat those stones up, heat me up, so that wall will reflect the heat, and I want those stones to get really hot to bounce that heat back at me. The hotter this thing gets, the less smoke there will be. So I've just got to keep putting wood on top to shield it from the rain, to feed it, and we should be good. Okay, I'll bring you back when this is roaring. Welcome back. Well, we had some drama while you were gone. a massive gust of wind came and just took the camera and everything, just smashed it down on the ground. Luckily, everything's okay. In the meantime, the fire is now roaring and baking hot, baking hot. You can see the stones are starting to dry out, even though it's been chucking with rain, it's on and off chucking. This is giving off so much heat. Everything is steaming, everything is drying. My legs are now almost completely dry. I'm gonna put my jacket out soon. Not too close, but close enough. And then I'll dry this off as well. It won't take long. I just need to work out how to do it. But I could sit the pack up and put this in front of the pack, on the pack, but we'll see. I think it will just dry just sitting here anyway. The heat from this thing is so insane from the fire that I think it will dry even up here. Hello, Bruno. And Bruno's come to me because I'm talking to the camera. And he thinks I'm talking to him. Okay. Yeah, huge gust of wind came. Knocked over a tree somewhere. This is why you've got to be careful of widowmakers. When you set up camp. Hello. But this thing is giving off a ton of heat. It's lovely, really lovely heat. So sit rep, conditions have got a bit worse, but we've got a lull in the rain, which is nice. You know, my lovely. I'm having a good time. He was actually asleep until I started talking to the camera. So he is tired. He's tired himself out running back and forth and playing at the stream. Look at this thing. Look at my awesome fire. Isn't this amazing? I can't explain it. You just can't explain on the videos what it feels like. The heat that bounces back is so strong, so strong. It's incredible. This is one of the best fires I've ever had. And in these conditions, brutal conditions. My fingers are warming up. Ah, it's just joy. It really is. So the goal is to have a ton of coals, cook dinner on the fire, but no flames. You can't cook with flames. Ah, hot. That's so hot. But look, smoke's gone. I just want the wind to stop. I hate wind. I don't mind rain. Just no wind, please. Hello. Yes, this is beautiful. Right, what we'll do is bring you back when I'm ready to make dinner. And he'll have his at the same time, and it's going to be an early dinner tonight. I'm starving. I've bought enough food for 2 nights, but I don't want to do 2 nights. This is just in case. You sure I bought all that extra meat and stuff? I bought all that just because if you can't cross the stream, let's just say something catastrophic happened and you can't cross the stream at all, I can just stay another night if I've got enough food. I've got enough food for him, which I do. So that's why. I usually pack an extra day's worth of food, at least to be able to stay 1 extra night. He's starting to steam in front of the fire. His coat is steaming. All right, everyone, we'll bring you back later. Oh. Okay, welcome back everybody. Right, it is time to put dinner on. So we need to get our grill. It's just baking hot coals. In fact, it's so hot, I can't really get that close. So great success there. I've got my grill. Let's get this thing cranking. Oh. So I've got this set up just right. So I could just reach everything I need without falling over. Right, so what is for our dinner tonight? I think we are doing a steak. Now the question is, do I do 2 steaks? Because I am hungry. I'm really hungry. And I've got saveloys in here that I haven't touched as well. So if each steak this is 200 grams, yeah, 400 grams. 2 ribeye steaks, definitely. Right, we need to season these. I've got a whole load of stuff in here. Got my salt, and I can put some pepper on it afterwards. Loads of salt, okay. Haha. Right, let's keep this meat and everything and dessert stuff away from the fire. Okay, we're rocking. Now, where is my cutlery? Oh, this fire is so hot. I tell you what, I almost fell asleep. Yeah, it's that hot. And I've let it go right down. There's this one log that I think is a bit damp and it's giving off smoke. But other than that, it's been perfect. Just super hot though. Oops. Super hot. All right, let's open these up. So these are Harris Farms from North Canterbury in the South Island. Ribeye steaks. Oh. Hey, they've got a little thing on to open them. Let's see if it works. No, of course it doesn't. Because they just don't work. Now, how am I going to do this? I haven't really thought this through. How am I going to cook? How am I going to season them? I'm going to have to do it on my lap. Okay, we've got this. The weather has improved dramatically. It's still raining. You probably can't see it, you probably can't hear it, but it is still raining. The river is the stream I should say, is so loud. That's why you can't hear the rain. If you're watching him and seeing his nose in the air, he's got an incredible sense of smell. Incredible. I think I need to sharpen this knife. There's no way it should be this blunt. And I do have a knife sharpener with me. All right, how are we going to do this? Okay, what I might do is season them in the pan. Put them in my Trangia pan first. Mix them up in the salt in there and then put them on this baking hot grill. Yes, that's the way to do it, definitely. Now that I've opened them, it looks like a lot of meat. Oh well. He can have some, even if there's salt on it. And I am not having any vegetables or salad or anything else. I just want meat. I've got dessert. That's going to be my fibre. Whatever's in those Lottie chocolate biscuits. Someone's going to have a go at me. I'm sure loads of people are going to have a go at me. This is not how I eat normally, by the way. Come on. People have got to be a little bit smarter. Honestly. Oh, you can't eat like that. It's bad for you, blah, blah, blah. I don't eat like this every day. What are you kidding me? I eat like this. So I put 2 videos out a month. So I eat like this basically twice a month. I eat better than most people, trust me. Let's really salt this up. This is the problem, that the mistake that most people make is they don't put enough salt on. Just like when they're doing pasta, they don't put enough salt in the water. Right, this is going to sizzle immediately. Yep. I just don't think the microphone picked that up. Oh, this is going to take no time. His nose is going nuts. Ah, right. I'll have to wash that later. No, Bruno. No, absolute. Well, you know what, Bruno? You can lick the pan out. Bruno, do you want to lick the pan out? Is that what you're saying? I might just, yeah, you know what? He can lick it out. There you go. Because, no, Bruno, why? Go back round. Here, this way. Here. There you go. All right. Oh, I'm so looking forward to this steak. It's going to be delicious. And then, while I have it, we'll give him his dinner as well. Plus, he can have a little bit of steak. Right, so what have we got? We've got dessert. So I've got left a massive load of bacon and a whole load of Savoys. And if you don't know what Savoys are, they're just basically like sausages. And all you need to do is put them in boiling water. They're so simple, so quick and easy. Did you have that already? Let's rinse that out. Okay. I'm running out of room. I should have bought a bigger table. Oh shit. Go. I have to beep that. I don't need the water on there. Don't need my fire lighting kit anymore. Let's make some room. This Covia Hydra, the legs are so rubbish. Look at that. You have to use 2 hands to set this thing up. It burns brilliantly. I'm hoping that the Booster 1, Covia Booster 1 that I've ordered, which you can't buy in the shops anymore, I got it on eBay. I'm hoping that solves the problem with the legs. Ah, steak. I'll be sure to give you a close-up of the steak when I turn it over. So let's just stir the coals up a bit. And you know, if you don't have a grill, but all you've got is coals, you can just put the steak straight on the coals and then just brush it off afterwards. And you'll get the flavor of the coals and everything, and it will cook nicely. Okay. Right. So I think let's get Bruno's dinner sorted as well. You know what? I'm going to let Bruno eat out that pan. Now that he's licked it, I'm actually going to let him have his dinner in that pan. Even though he's got his own bowl over here, I've got all his water in there and I don't want to throw it away. So we'll let him eat in here. It makes no difference. I'll just wash it out. Okay, so he will get a little bit of my steak later, just as a treat. So because of that, he'll just have his normal high protein dog food that's specifically for him. He's on quite a strict diet. Wait. Go on then. Good boy. Okay, steaks. I think they're ready to turn over. I can smell them and I can see blood starting to come up. Yeah. Oh, I wish I bought some mustard now. Oh, yes. These are going to be epic. Let me give you a close-up of these steaks. Yum. And look at my setting. Oh, there's some sun over there. Look at that. There's actually sunshine. In the distance there on the trees. See that? Sun is peeking through, but look at the cloud above. That is just grim. So the storm isn't over. This isn't going to take long at all. So why have I just got steaks, no sauces, nothing, just salt and pepper? Because in November, which is just a couple of weeks away, I'm going for a month, I'm going to do the carnivore diet. So I'm just getting used to it. And I think I'm going to love it. Well, he's eaten his dinner already. Yeah, I think I'm going to love it. I'm looking forward to it, to be honest. Now, I know some people just completely bury their steaks in the coals. Leave them in there for a few minutes and then dig them out of the coals and then just brush them off. But I guess if you haven't got a grill, that's what you've got to do. But I'd have thought they'd be quite gritty. I'm sure they taste amazing, but gritty. And I'd hate that gritty feeling. Okay, can't be long now. I've got a little bit of beer left to have with it. Tell you what, this setup that I've got with this 3x3 tarp, completely flat cover, making a gutter here at the top so water is not dripping off the tarp. It's just, honestly, it's awesome. I know I've camped in this spot a lot of times, so I do know it, I know where the wind comes from. But, hello. But this is a great setup. The only thing it wouldn't cope with is snow. Snow would settle here, so you'd have to put this corner right down as well later. So when you go to bed, you'd have to put that down. But other than that, it's a great setup. I mean, we had some major gusts. I mean, it blew the camera over. So we had major gusts, and still, everything was dry in here, no problem at all. Okay, well, looks like we've got some clear juices coming through now. Bruno, out of there. I'm definitely not taking my stick. Okay, just give the other side a quick blast. And then I think we're good. Huh. Ow, that's hot. I just want to get that fat cooked on the corner there. So I've even collapsed the legs and just put it straight on the fire before, just for that final boost, which is what I might do now. This is why you need fireproof gloves. So this is going to really incinerate suddenly at the end. I just want to nuke that fat. Here we go. Now we're talking. That fat at the end, I just want that really cooked. Oh, I tell you what, when I first got here, well, actually, even when I pulled up in the car, I was dreading this. I was dreading it. Now, I'm really happy. Hello. The fire has just been so lovely to sit next to. It really has. And I know it looks tiny now. There's nothing there. But it's cold. It's so hot. It's giving off so much heat. Now, when I put more wood on, I'll build it up again and get it really hot again for cigar time. So we're almost in summer. So what are we in October? Look. So we're middle of spring. We mid-spring? I think we're mid-spring. Yeah, mid-spring here in New Zealand. Because it's the opposite to the Northern Hemisphere. Can you see him here at my feet, looking at the steak? You see that? It's scorching hot here, and he's getting as close as physically possible without getting burnt. Unbelievable. Okay. I think we're good to go. I'm going to give it one more blast on the other side, just to double check the fat is cooked. It is. Oh man, I need this. I really need this. Okay, what we need to do is rinse and wash our cutlery before eating. Okay, so this is ready now. Just leave that to sit for a minute. Let's take that grill off. Now, I don't want Bruno to burn himself on it, because I know he will try and lick it. But that is so hot. He mustn't go anywhere near that. Leave it. It's scalding hot. Well, yeah, he would get... Bruno, go away. Go on. Now you're begging. I don't like that. I don't like you begging. Off you go. Right, I'll bring you back in one sec. I've just got to go and clean everything. Okay, we're back. Right. So I won't put any logs on the fire yet, because it will start smoking immediately. Okay, there's a ton of juice in here. Look at this. Watch this. So we're going to give that to him. I'm not saying his name, because then he's going to come running over for it. He's sitting patiently waiting. Right, let me give him a few slices. Not many. Remember, he's tiny compared to me, and I mustn't overfeed him. So those people are saying, oh, there's this one woman, oh, she really got my nerves, I blocked her. He should eat the same amount as me, otherwise he might get upset. Who are these people? Oy, oy, oy. Just, no, go away, leave me alone. I'll do me, you do you. Come on, Bruno, here you go. Wait, here, sit, sit. All right, everybody, bon appetit. Go on then. Oh yes. This is going to be delicious. Oh, it just looks beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You know what? Let's make it a peppered steak. Let's put some cracked pepper on here. Oh, yes. Oh, I can smell it. It smells so good. Okay, now we're talking. Wow. I'm getting so hot sitting next to the fire. Oh, this is superb. vegetables would just ruin it. Cheers, everybody. Bring you back. It's cigar time. Welcome back, everyone, to cigar time. I've just reorganized, moved the chair around a bit. I wanted to look at the river that way. Oh, sit rep. It's chucking with rain. I don't know if you could see any of the water. It's just chucking. Constant. Fire's cranking again. It's absolutely beautiful. Roaring, absolutely beautiful. Okay. So I don't need my beanie on at the moment. So let's do a couple of things. Let's get a hot chocolate on, which is normal. This is one of the most requested cigar times I think I've ever had, for obvious reasons of things that have gone on, world events. Oh man, can you hear the rain? Actually, I've just brought a whole load of water in with me as well. So going out to do the camera, I get wet every time, she said. Okay. I need a bigger table. I really do. The smell of scorched, singed hair. It's lovely. Okay, first things first. I need to have a little bite of lemon drizzle cake that my darling wife Anne made for me, because she knows I love drizzle cake. Oh, so that was a rock, a boulder in the stream, and it scared Bruno. He hears them and he's scared of them. Oh, very moist. Oh, that's very nice. Lemon drizzle cake. I should publish the recipe that Anne uses. Look how good my fire is. Even though it's chucking with rain, and the rain is going straight on top of it. Look at this. And it is giving off so much heat. And it's just going to get hotter and hotter as those turn to red coals. I might have to save some of that for afterwards. Oh my god, that's nice. That's so Moorish. I've got a bit of firewood left. To be honest, I might save the firewood I've got left. It's just a little pile. I might save it for the morning because I think tomorrow it's going to be freezing cold. Really cold. So what I'll probably do is, I don't know where my rubbish bag is. Chuck it in there for now. What I'm going to probably do is, in the morning, just get the fire cranking just to feel human again. Because sitting out here when it's -1, -2, it's not fun when you don't have a fire. Whereas this just makes me feel so good. Whoa! My rocks are falling off. Bruno, don't go near those, those are hot. It makes no difference now. Okay, so, cigar time. And boy, have I got a cigar this time. Holy moly, have I got a cigar. This is a Monte Cristo number 2. This is very special. Very special. Man, I really need to fix this knife. It's just shockingly blunt. Shocker. And I have got, oh, sorry. It's got a really strong leaf right in the middle there. And I have got a knife sharpener with me. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. I wish I had a blowtorch with me so I could do it properly, but I don't, okay, everyone? So just get over it. I'm trying my best in these conditions to roast it properly, but it's hard with a bit lighter in the wind. But it's a very special cigar. It's just an epic cigar. Talk amongst yourselves. It's so grim. It's so grim. Can you hear the rain? I hope you can. I don't know what you can hear. All I can hear is heavy rain. Oh, thank you, Bruno. Thanks very much. Doing that right in the doorway. You see what I mean about him and cigars? He loves them. Absolutely loves them. He comes right up. He just loves cigars. I don't know what it is about him. That's delicious. Wow, that's a smooth draw. That's a lot of cigar. Very powerful. Okay, now I'm going to stir my hot chocolate because of the triggered folk. I know how upset they get when I don't stir. Oh man, who wishes they were here right now with me in this? Because I tell you, it's very grim. Oh, he's lying underneath me. I didn't even know where he was. That is epically good. And do you know what that will really go well with? Is some rum. Oops, sorry Bruno. Not just any rum. This is special. Wow. Cheers, everybody. Oh, that is delicious. This rain, it's epic. Oh my God, this really is coming down. So the rum, just for reference, let me tell you what that is. The rum is El Dorado, aged 15 years. Finest Demerara rum. And it is delicious. Right, cigar time. I've beaten about the bush and avoided starting as long as I can. So as usual, thank you everyone for coming, and thank you to everyone who has contributed to the channel. Bought us treats on buymeacoffee.com. So many of you have done that. It's wonderful, honestly. When those treats come in on Buy Me a Coffee, or when people buy merch or sign up to be YouTube members to see videos in advance, or Patreon members, it means the world. It really does. I see it and I think, wow, okay, then people really do want to watch, and we're providing entertainment. And that's all it is, you know? Now, one thing I need to just do is move this cable. Sorry, it's bugging me. Oops. I don't want to get it wrong. And it's a new lens. It's a 14mm lens, so it's really wide. Because I like to bring in as much as possible. One day I'll be able to film in 8K using a 14mm lens and crop in, and probably hardly any of you understand what that means, but it's good. So yes, thank you to everyone for all of the treats, all our YouTube members, Patreon, everybody else. Thank you to everyone who subscribes to the channel. I don't know, a lot of viewers aren't subscribed, and I don't know why that is. Maybe they think it costs money. Subscription's free. It just says subscribe. You just click it, and YouTube will then just tell you when the videos are coming. If you turn the notifications on, definitely. And thank you to everyone who's also signed up to our mailing list on abcampingandoutdoors.com. You just key your email address in there, and you'll get advance notification when we release a video. And also, thank you to everyone who goes over to AB Camping Plus, where I just post random stuff. It's just random. Don't expect some amazing new, fantastic content. It's random. It could be shortened versions of old content, could be new content, could be about the dogs, could be holidays, and it will be live streams at some point. So thank you, everybody. All right, let's start this off with the most important topic in the world right now, and that is Bruno's surgery. Yes, that's right. Bruno had his testicles removed about 3 weeks ago now. Very sad. A lot of you saw the photo of him with the cone on. Unfortunately, there was nothing we could do. One of his testicles hadn't dropped, and it could become cancerous. So on the vet's advice, you couldn't keep one either. There was a problem there. So had to have them removed, poor thing. But look at it, he's running around, bouncing all over the place. And he had to have that flipping cone on for a week, over a week, because he kept trying to get to his wound. It's a shame, because we really did want to breed him, because he's so lovely. He looks so beautiful, and he's got just such a beautiful personality. No aggression whatsoever, the softest. And all he loves is giving and receiving attention. He's a joy to be around, he really is. He's so playful. So even after the surgery, a few days later, he was back to his old self again. So it didn't make any difference to what he did, how he felt, you know, anything else. But that's the most important news, obviously, in the world to a lot of people. You know, we worried. I worried. General anesthetic and surgery, you know, what if something happens? If I lost Bruno after losing Brucey. Where is Brucey? Brucey's here. It's getting a bit beaten up now, my hemp bag, my merch. I'll have to make another one. I'll have to make one with Bruce on one side and Bruno on the other, because Brucey will always be on the merch. And if you don't know, if this is your first time, Bruce passed away, I guess, well, it was April, and it's October now. Anyway, still can't talk about it properly. Right, so Bruno's surgery went well. He's all good now. It's absolutely fine. And now he's not a puppy anymore either, even though he acts like a puppy all the time. But then Bruce acted like a puppy all the time as well. Oh, grumpy puppy. The stream has got louder. Okay. Other news. New Zealand election. So we just had the New Zealand election. Now you might think, well, who cares? New Zealand's so tiny, it doesn't mean anything. You know, it does matter, and here's why. Jacinda Ardern, who was former Prime Minister, wrecked the place. Wrecked the place. She was far left. Far left. As far left as you could get. So far left, she made sure that a transgender woman, man, basically a man, was named Sportswoman of the Year. This is how radically left she was. She's like Trudeau. Absolute nightmare. Absolute nightmare. For anyone that believes in sort of fairly traditional things, she was a nightmare. She took away our freedom. She subjected us to constant nannying and talking down to us. She was awful to the media. Awful. She boycotted so many different reporters that wouldn't spin her narrative. She wasn't answerable to anybody, and she just believed the hype. She was on chat shows globally, flying all over the place. She was on Vogue cover, everything. In the meantime, New Zealand fell apart. Child poverty, which she was in charge of, skyrocketed. Crime skyrocketed. She stopped New Zealanders coming back in the country. I couldn't get back in. I could not get back in when I went to look after my dad. Bruno, away from the fire. Go on, go away, away, away. You're going to get burnt. Awful person. Don't believe all the smiles and blah, 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 blah. She's pure communist. So don't believe the PR media hype. Oh, but she looks so lovely. Oh, she's so caring. No. There are off, basically, mic exchanges, hot mic, where you really heard what she was like. Oh, yeah. She was a nasty bit of work. Anyway, she quit because, first she said she was burnt out. No, it was because she was so unpopular here at that point, so unpopular. She knew that she was going to lose the election and that Labour were her party were going to be voted out. That's how unpopular she was, and she knew it. So she walked. She took the coward's way out. Anyway, they chose an infant to run the country. A moron. A little bully. Has he taken my stick? No, he hasn't. I thought he did it again. A guy called Chris Hipkins. This guy had never worked a day in his life. Politician through and through. Didn't know anything about business. Nothing at all. Every portfolio he touched, he wrecked. Was he education minister? Disaster. Was he police minister? I can't remember. I don't know. Anyway, he was the chosen one. He won the election. He was a cocky, sniveling little git. Oh, I couldn't stand him. He just knew nothing. And he fooled so many people into thinking he was this really great guy. But he was rude to the media. He was short, terse, and he never, ever answered questions, tough questions. And he bought the media. Came out with new policies where basically they could pay for good commentary in the media. All the while spending taxpayers' money, our money. He was a disaster. Everything fell up. I mean, if it was bad under Ardern, it got even worse under Hipkins. Crime is epic proportions in New Zealand now. Don't believe the hype. Tourists coming here. In Auckland, it's out of control. Ram raids, what are they, daily now? Ram raids? Anne and I were in Auckland and we went shopping and on the main street called Queen Street. And we went into the store called Rebel Sport to look at trainers, sneakers. And Anne bought a pair. 2 days later, it was ram raided in the middle of the night. They smashed a car through the doors, through the windows, on the main shopping street, in the middle of the night. Stole a whole lot of stuff and drove away and didn't get caught. They never get caught. And that's this gutless PM, Chris Hipkins, who was a disaster. Anyway, boo-hoo, he got voted out yesterday. Woo! So, National is now the government, Christopher Luxon. National would be the equivalent of, I guess, the Conservative Party in the UK or the Republicans. He's pro-business. He used to be the CEO of Air New Zealand. He's an actual businessman, actually knows what he's doing. Not a politician. He's only been an MP, I think, for 2 years, 3 years. And it was a landslide. It was a crushing defeat for Chris Hipkins. And the best bit about it, and you know what? I might have to B-roll it here in Cigar Time. And I was talking to someone, I was talking to a friend, and when he came up to give his concession speech, and I just said, I hope he cries. I hope he cries, because he wanted this so badly. He's unelected. The party picked him because Jacinda Ardern stood down when she should have triggered a general election. So he was unelected Prime Minister. And I just said, I hope he cries. And guess what? He blubbed. He blubbed. He was so upset. This is not a nice man. He really wasn't. He was terse, he was cocky, he was rude to media, to any decent questions. He gave one-word answers. No, yes, like that. He just felt he wasn't answerable to anyone. And yet, who was he? He hadn't even won an election. Not even won an election. Well, he got his ass handed to him. You know what? Here he is. I'm going to B-roll him in right now. Here he is. His concession speech, blubbing.
Finally, to my family, for everything that you have done for me.
There, did you enjoy that? I hope I remember that in the edit, because otherwise you didn't see anything. So I've got to make a note that I need to put his concession speech in. Anyway, he's gone. National are in. Christopher Luxon is in. And they're forming a coalition government. Well, on the day of filming, it's just with this other party called ACT. Who knows what that means for the country, but I hope it will be positive, because honestly, it couldn't get any worse. And for everyone who voted Labour, either because they don't like National or ACT or Greens or whatever, if you voted Labour, why? You know, things were bad. So voting for the same person again, the same government, thinking things are going to get better, it doesn't work like that. things got that bad because they were that bad. They didn't know how to improve. And they were going so far left. Now, this might be the other thing is, maybe the people who voted for him want us as far left as possible. More woke. And more trans, more everything like, I don't know. But all I'll say is that the people have spoken. And the people don't want that. They don't want it. The majority do not want it. Do not push conservatives or center-right people too far, because this is what happens. You push them, you keep on, you keep going far left, you keep going radical, and this is the end result. And I'm sure the same thing will probably happen in the States. You push that agenda, and you push, and you push, and you push, and you don't allow debate, and you cancel everybody, and you scream when people don't agree with you or they want to talk about it. Well, you know what? People react, and they react at the ballot box, and they react by just ending it. They empower someone to undo all of what they don't agree with. And that's the way I felt. I felt that this ultra far left radical agenda had been rammed down my throat, and I didn't want it. And the fact that there was no one to even debate, they wouldn't let you debate or discuss it even, just made it even worse. So, good riddance. Good riddance. I just felt a drip. Oh, it's condensation. Okay. I thought, there's no way this tarp is leaking. But it's not. It's condensation. Actually, it's probably dripped from my hood is soaking from going out to the camera, and I brushed it, and it's from that. Oh, no. Yeah. I need to dry that with the towel later. Anyway. Good riddance. Bye-bye. New Zealand election. Done. Hallelujah. All right, so here we go. The most requested topic. By the way, in future, please write in comments what topic you'd like me to discuss, to hear my opinion on it, if I have one. I'd love to know what people want me to talk about. Am I opinionated? Yes, of course I am. Everybody is, though. But I base my opinion on a lot of research. I do a lot of research. That was my job. Bruno is coming with a massive, massive stick. No, okay. He's dropped it. It was too big. Where's that stick? Bruno, you're not going to bring your stick. It was huge. I don't think you can see him. Can you see him? I don't think so. Anyway, all right, the topic that everyone's talking about. Israel. Oh, man. This is a tricky one. Firstly, I don't want to offend anyone in particular, and I don't want people to get angry in the comments because I say something that they disagree with. But at the same time, it's just an opinion. Nobody should get that upset by it. But here's my opinion. I'm against anybody killing anybody. And I think this is a really tricky situation. There is no justification for... Now I'm going to keep this clean so that basically this video doesn't get blocked, by the way. So I'm not going to go into details and specifics. There was no... I don't care what happened. It's not that I don't care. It's that it just doesn't justify what took place on that weekend. It does not justify it. I was taught by my father, who was a very honourable man, and from a very early age that you protect the vulnerable. You don't hurt them. Also, you don't hurt or use force against people who are weaker than you, that can't defend themselves. It's cowardly. It's a cowardly act. Now hear me out. What took place on that weekend was a cowardly act. It really was. And when you look at the video footage, see what's happened, there's no two ways about it. It was cowardly. Equally, what triggered it? In a lot of ways. Oh look, a bumblebee. No. Leave it. It's attracted to blue. So bumblebees are attracted to blue, if you didn't know that. And now he's attracted to the camera. Okay, it was cowardly. Equally, so I'm talking about what Hamas did to Israel there. Equally, what Israel does to civilians in Gaza is also atrocious. It's wrong. Now, this is a chicken and egg scenario. It's going to keep going. Retaliation, 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 retaliation. And you will hear arguments from very, very pro-Gaza to very, very pro-Israel. Everyone is A or B. I've not heard anyone down the middle yet. There will be irony, there will be hypocrisy, there will just be stupidity. Like all the LGBTQI plus divide whatever coming out in support of Hamas. They have no idea that they would be stoned to death in Gaza for their beliefs and what they practice. How stupid can you be? Please. It's just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. They're just picking a side based on I don't know what. Some bizarre mental illness. Anyway, here's my view. I don't like seeing anything, I don't like seeing violence, especially on women, children, and the vulnerable. I detest it. Absolutely detest it. There is a line with me, and you cross that line, and there's no coming back from it. You know, hitting a woman, hitting a child, let alone shooting, murdering, is, to me, appalling. If they'd just gone after military targets, I could see that. That's war. That's an honorable fight. But to just go and massacre, it's no different to the guy in Las Vegas at the hotel who just shot up the festival with a bump stock and a bunch of AR-15s. No different. It's terrorism. Oh, you know, I don't want these things to happen in the world. I don't want to have to talk about them. But it's happening, and this is cigar time, and this is the #1 topic, and I can't please everybody. But people want to hear my opinion, and then they're going to freak out. Some of them are going to freak out when they do hear it. All I'll say is that it's just got to stop. Even Russia, Ukraine, all of it. It's got to stop. Because at the end of the day, the people that get hurt the most are the innocent and the civilians. Not the military, not the leaders, not those in power, not the ones with rockets, guns and helicopters. They don't get hurt the most. Hamas is blocking Palestinians from leaving their homes during the evacuation to use them as human shields. What's that all about? Well, we know what it is. It's no different to the Taliban or Hezbollah, okay? It's crazy. And those that came out and said about the weekend and what Hamas did, and say, oh, it's awful, but no. That's actually a separate conversation about the atrocities that Israel may or may not have done. Probably have done. But that's a separate conversation. What happened at that weekend is a standalone terrorist event, and there was no justification for what happened. There isn't. Come on. Where's everybody's moral compass? Oh, are we now condoning eye for an eye? Because that goes on and on and on. It won't end. You know, Biden said that climate change is the biggest threat to mankind. No, it's not. Mankind is the biggest threat to mankind. How can you not know that? It's so obvious. It's like that scene from The Matrix where Hugo Weaving is talking to Morpheus. He's got him locked up in the tower, and he takes his Ziploc and says, you know, I can't remember, I'm paraphrasing, but basically I've watched your species, and you know, there's another organism on the planet that acts like humans, and it's a virus, and it occupies a host, and it just keeps going until the host is dead. Well, I tell you what, we've got nuclear weapons, and that could be the finale. Not climate change. We might not make it to see climate change at the rate we're going. Excuse me, at the rate we're going. Is this what people really want? They want nukes launched? Because this is where it could go. If Israel just decides that there's no other way to deal with Iran, if North Korea decides there's no other way to deal with America and South Korea and Japan, if Russia decides there's no other way to deal with Ukraine and NATO, and then what? We fire back. And that's it. Armageddon. Threads. If you've never heard of it, watch the movie Threads. I think it's from the 1980s. It's British. Probably the most realistic depiction of what would happen during World War III. And by the way, World War III isn't a long drawn out war, it's the end of the world. That's what it is. Who would want to be alive then? Nuclear winter would kill everyone anyway and everything. I knew this topic would be a nightmare. I really knew it. And I was dreading it. I thought, should I censor myself? Should I not talk about it? Because I know I'm going to cop a load of abuse. People are going to unsubscribe. People are going to get angry because I haven't said what they wanted me to say, which isn't fair. Because I'm entitled to an opinion, and I'm also entitled to debate my opinion. I think we should do more debate. I think we should listen more, and I think we should talk more. What I don't think is that there's this one morally, one virtuous person or type of person or political party or whatever that owns morality. Come on, Bruno. He's way down the riverbed. Come on. No, he's not coming. It's depressing. I'll tell you, that's what it is. It's depressing. It's sad. Makes me angry. Why would anyone want to exterminate an entire group of people on both sides? But why? Do you know that's in Hamas's constitution? It's written in paper to exterminate all Jews. Who else said that? Hitler. Israel doesn't make life easy for itself either, just by brutalizing Palestinians. You know, Man, they make life hard for themselves. It's so difficult to defend Israel sometimes, just because of what they get up to militarily. Bullying. It's depressing. It pisses me off. I'm pissed off. I'm angry about the whole thing. I don't want to be sitting here talking about it. I don't want it happening. I don't want it to be happening at all. It just annoys the crap out of me that it's happening. And I don't know where it's going. I don't know what's going to happen. I haven't got a clue where this is going to end up. Now, it is October the 15th here right now. Yeah. So who knows? This video is not going to come out for a couple of weeks. A week? I don't know what will have happened when this video comes out. So remember that as well before you go absolutely crazy in the comments, because I'm commenting on what has happened up to this point. I can't comment on what's going to happen in a week's time when this video comes out, okay? Because some people don't get that either. Some people write comments saying, oh, blah, 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 blah. So, well, I didn't know that at the time. I'm stupid. Hindsight is wonderful. You see, I'm angry now. I don't know. Anyway, let's move on, because I really didn't want to talk about it, but so many people asked. It's a cigar time. We talk about difficult things sometimes, and it's the biggest topic in the world right now, and it could also be the topic that ends the world. So I think it's important that everybody sits around and discusses it. I think we need to talk. More people need to talk. And when I say talk, I don't mean shout at and dominate and say it's my way, the highway. I mean talk, air differences, work it out. Have an open discussion without screaming, without saying you're vile or anything else. But please stop the hypocrisy as well. That just drives me nuts. Okay. Let's move on. Oh boy. Can't wait to see the comments on this one. All right, let's jump straight into what I've been watching. So Anne and I went to see a movie called The Creator. If you haven't seen it, don't bother. It was this... I mean, I think they came up with the video, I think they came up with the movie just because it was a hot topic at the time. But it's about artificial intelligence and robots, you know, artificial beings coexisting, and America being the bad guys and trying to stop it all because they made a mistake and blah, 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 blah. And AI robots have feelings, they're compassionate, they love humanity, leave them alone, they're blah, blah, blah. What a waste of time. Let's get something clear. I think it's set 30 years into the future. Right. The biggest problem with technology we have right now is power, energy, batteries. They still suck. Still. The second biggest problem is humans are the one programming these things. So we just don't have the technology. Oh my God, Bruno, what are you doing? Bruno! I don't know what he's doing, but oh, he's here. So what was that? Oh, anyway, hello. Yeah, and it was just I walked out of that film thinking, what a waste of time. It was a silly movie. Absolutely pointless. We don't need artificial intelligence in robots to be our friends. We don't. We don't. It's pathetic. Humans can do this. We've got this. We can do it. That's a cop-out using AI. I can see some blue sky. I think the rain has stopped, although it's still raining. But the worst of it's over now, I think. Now the temperature's meant to plummet. So yeah, absolutely pointless. Stupid film. Don't bother. No, oh, by the way, I still haven't seen Barbie. I probably won't see it. I've heard so many things from my friends about it. I'll wait till it's on Netflix and it's free. I'm not paying to watch that rubbish. No. I heard it's very anti-man. But hey, who knows? I haven't seen it yet. What else? YouTube. A couple of things I've been watching. Well, I've always been watching them. Firstly, Steve Wallace, Camping with Steve. The legend. I'm so glad he's back, and he's, on the surface at least, it seems he's in a much better place now. You know, obviously his wife died, Jess, the love of his life, at a very early age, and very hard, very hard. I don't know how I'd cope. I don't know how he copes. But it seems like he's in a better place now. His last few videos have been really great to watch. We hit 200,000 subscribers on this channel, which was fantastic, and I posted about it on Facebook, and I said thank you everyone. And Steve left a message saying congratulations, keep it up. Keep up the good work. He's a gent, he really is. He's a lovely guy. And I want to thank Steve for that comment, and I hope he's doing better. If he ever wants to come to New Zealand and camp here, not collab, I don't do collaborations. He doesn't need me. He's a massive channel. Then I'm happy to give him pointers as to where to go. Another channel is Outdoor Boys. Again, I've mentioned him in the past. Luke, Outdoor Boys. He's been knocking it out of the park. He's getting like 40, 45 million views a month now. That's huge, huge. And his videos are awesome. I love him. I love watching him. He's so talented. He's so funny. Accidentally funny, but funny. He works very hard on his videos. Good for him. And they're awesome. And I've really loved watching Outdoor Boys. And I think that was about it. I'm going camping again in another 2 days. So I'm going to leave topics for that video. I don't want to use them all up on this video. So thanks again everyone for coming. This cigar is beautiful. Monte Cristo number 2. Wow. Very, very expensive though, but beautiful. And this is buy me a coffee, and all those treats goes to these sorts of things. And treats for Bruno, and the veal bone. He had a massive clod bone earlier, that treat. Huge. So that all comes from the treats. Thank you very much. And anything else left over goes to the channel for equipment. Like this tent, which was insanely expensive, this Hilleberg Namage. It was $1,000 or something. I can't wait to sleep in this thing. Test it out. I've got a feeling I'm going to be very comfortable in it. It's designed to take a serious beating. It might not look like it just because I haven't baked it out fully, but this is a hardcore, serious expedition tent. Yeah, the Namage. So I'm looking forward to using this, and it looks cool. I do like freestanding tents, but this does look cool. So I haven't got on well with tunnel tents in the past, so we'll see how this goes. All right, everybody. That was a painful cigar time. The one I didn't want to have to do. That one, and talking about Bruce before. Just after he died. That was that was the hardest one, to be honest. You know, I'll leave on one note. All the shock and outrage about what's going on in the Middle East and Russia, Ukraine. Ask yourself this. How much sleep are you losing over it? There you go. There you go. Either you are or you aren't. So if your faux outrage would basically mean you're not losing any sleep over it whatsoever. But I guarantee you, the people who are there right now dealing with this, they're losing sleep. All right, everyone. It's so light, so late now. Okay, everyone, I'll bring you back at bedtime. Thanks again for coming. Cheers, everybody. Welcome back, everybody. It's a bedtime. Well, got everything set up. I tell you what, where are you going? Come on your bed. No, you're not coming on my bed. You're soaked. Come on, lie down. Good boy. Lie down. Oh, you've got to wedge up. Come on here. Here, Bruno. Come on. No, you're not going out. Playtime's over. He's got to wedge up against the door. But he's wet. He'll dry off by the morning. He'll be bone dry. And I'll put the blanket on him. But right now he's quite snug. So this tent is, I tell you what, this is a 2-person tent, but it's a palace. It really is. There's a lot of room in here. And I'm quite staggered as to how much room there is. Let me move that light out of the way, it's annoying me. Yeah, I'm quite staggered how much room there is. Because I thought, I should have got the 3-person version. But this thing, look at it. I mean, look, I can reach all the way over there. Tons of room for him, loads of room for my gear. So yeah, for one man and his dog, this is a great size. For 2 people, very good size. Again, you can fit 2 full pads in here, no problem. Not a lot of room to store gear, I have to say, because there's only one vestibule. So I've got the mesh, so the door is folded down. I've got the mesh here to let the air flow. I've got mesh at this end as well. This is a very well ventilated tent. I reckon we'll still get condensation. We'll see. But I like the fact it's got a clothes line here to hang the lights and things like that from. I love this feature. I don't know why all tents don't have this. I don't know why all Hillberg tents don't have it. It's a really good feature. 2 pockets, one each side. Yeah, and the storm door. So this can zip completely up for winter, full winter use. Hello, my lovely. He's going to spend the next hour preening. Yeah, so I'm happy. It's a good tent. The tent is aiming downhill, unfortunately. There wasn't anything I could do about it. I could have had the door face the other way. If I wasn't filming for YouTube, I would have done. And put it that side. But it's just this is the problem with this tent, is it's got one door. And it faces a very particular way. So I'm downhill. My head's downhill. You can't sleep up that end because it's a slope. The wall would be on your head and your shoulders all night. It would be very annoying, very claustrophobic if you did that. They do have a version of this tent. Is it the Keylon? I don't know. That's got vertical ends. That would fix the problem. But that's much heavier than this. So he can sense through the mesh that the outside is just there. I've got the outside door open, wide open. Yeah, he can sense it. So he keeps looking. See, preening, cleaning. It'll be clean and dry by the morning. What a great evening. I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed cigar time. I enjoyed my meal, my steaks. I enjoyed my lemon cake. I had those
what are they? Lottie Choco Pies? Wow, they were good. I should have bought more of those. I only bought 2 packets with me. They were good. Had the rest of my rum, finished all my rum, and had a couple of hot chocolates. Oh, I'm satiated, I feel good. And I know that I can have a fire in the morning. So I feel much better about the morning, because I know it's going to be cold in the morning. I saw on the weather report that, so it's raining at the moment, but just very lightly. I saw somewhere that it might be snow at about 1 or 2 a.m. Who knows? I doubt it. Not down to here. It's usually like up at 1,000 meters. We're at 500 meters here, so I doubt it very much. The stream is so loud. I'm hoping by the morning that will have died right down to barely anything. Just makes crossing a lot easier. You can't see anything right now, the water, because it's all silty. Makes it much harder to cross. I feel good. I feel safe in this cocoon. And I haven't even got it hunkered down, like Steve. Usually, if you were on the tops in this thing, you'd have it fully hunkered down, guyed out, pegged out, storm seals. There's 2 sets of storm seals on each vent outside as well. There's a mesh and an actual storm seal to stop snow blowing in. So this thing is designed for expeditions. He has to come as close as possible, even though he's wet. Bruno, you're wet. Why do you have to come right up to me? At home, he would be jumping on our bed. He's a nightmare. Bruce was never like that. Bruce never came on the bed. He has to come on the bed. He can't help himself. Oh, and he'll come up and he'll bring up one of Anne's slippers. Oh, he's got this thing about shoes and slippers. Haven't you, Bruno? All right, everybody. I'm really happy. I feel great. This is what wild camping should be. I know I bought a lot of gear, but you don't have to bring a lot of gear. And a lot of the weight of my gear is all of the camera equipment. I bought so much camera equipment. Batteries, everything else, and my camera weighs a ton and blah, blah, blah. Lights, everything. You don't have to do that. Look, I've got 2 lights here. So this light here, this is one that Phoenix sent me. Turn it off. Hold on. There, turned it off. Phoenix sent me this one. It's the CL26R Pro. Now, I actually like this. It's a bit on the heavy side, but it's got a really bright lamp and it's got down lighting. I've had this thing running constantly outside, and it's got USB-C charging, and you can charge other devices off USB-A. Yeah, it's got 2 ports. It's got a clip on the top, which I like. I wish all lights came with a clip, a carabiner, and it's magnetic. It will mount to metal. So yeah, I like this. Thank you, Phoenix. Phoenix. I like it. I use Phoenix headlamp, and they sent me this. They said, "Do you want to try this? See what it's like." So this might be my new go-to light. We'll see. It is on the heavy side, but that's because it's got a massive battery. But we shall see. Look at that ambient lighting. It's lovely. I think on the tops I would just stick with my flex tail, because this is a light and a pump. Yeah, and it's very lightweight, so I'd probably stick with that. All right, everyone, I'll catch you in the morning, unless something amazing happens in the middle of the night, which I doubt it will. I'm going to be fast asleep anyway, so I'll bring you back in the morning. Night, everybody. Thanks for coming. Bruno. Oh, look, he's making my sleeping bag wet. Bruno, up. Come on, here, come on, off. Good boy. Come on. No! Oh, no. Bruno. You're nice. No! Here. Bruno, here. Come on. No, you're not lying on my sleeping bag. No way. Here, come on. I have to tell him. I have to be firm with him. No, lie down. No! Look, he's got his head on my pillow. See? Come on, here, Bruno. There's no way. Come on. Bruno, here. Come on. No. I know, I love you too. Come on, you can't. I can't have you like that. You're too wet. No, no. Come on, Bruno, off. Come on. Stop it now. Enough. Enough. Stay on your bed. Lie down. This is your bed. You're staying there. There you go. He's so cheeky. I think he's half human. Hey, are you half human? All right. See you in the morning, everyone. Night, night. Night, Bruno. Morning, Bruno. Morning. Morning, my lovely. Morning. Oh my gosh. Morning. Okay. Morning. Morning. Morning, Bruno. Morning. Lie down. That's a good boy. Hello, my lovely. Morning. Give my kisses. Morning, everybody. Good night's sleep. Really good night's sleep. Sorry. Oh, it's so comfy. Oh, I'm so comfy. I love the space in this tent. It's huge. It is, yes. He agrees. It's huge. Morning. He's dry and warm, as I thought. Oh, perfect. It's lovely. But it's cold now. And it looks like a clear, oh no, I don't know, a bit cloudy. We need to get the fire on. Get it warmed up. Hopefully it's going to be a dry pack down. But we've got breakfast, coffees and things like that to do first. Haven't we? Oh, I said the B word. Right. Got to get dressed. I was warming my quilt. I think this is a 10 degree Fahrenheit quilt. So it was perfect. And I had it undone. Just lay on top of me. Right, time to get that fire on. We've got to get the fire cranking. Get it warmed up and then we'll have a coffee. But I've got to get dressed first, haven't I? Oh, he's so warm. Oh, lovely. Right, I'll bring you back, everyone, when we're doing the fire. Right. Bruno wants to go out. Hang on, Bruno. Wait. Wait. Go on then. Oh, yes. Let's get that fire cranking. Oh, right. Let's get this fire sorted, Bruno. Oh, it's cold. Mind out, Bruno. It's cold. Right, my fire lighting kit. This was what this is what a viewer made me a while ago. I mentioned it to Tony, from one Tony to another. Thank you. I designed and made a waterproof, dustproof case for you for your camp fire lighting equipment or however you see fit to use it. Take care, mate. Tony, aka the Mud Maker. And look, inside, it's 3D printed, but inside it says, "In loving memory of Bruce." I don't know if you can see it. I'll try it. No, screen doesn't want to work. But anyway, it says, "In loving memory of Bruce." That is sweet. Okay, let's get this fire done. On a nice roaring fire immediately. Ugh. So I got these sticks last night. I'm sorry, Bruno, but these are for the fire. Oh, they're cold. They're almost frozen. Oh. I hope I've got enough. Might just have enough here. I can always go and scour for more, but everything was pretty wet last night. Okay. Wow, these stones are still warm. Amazing. Right. We'll just go with one fire lighter in case it goes out and I need the other one. It's... oh, there's some blue sky. Okay. Not so bad. Hello, Bruno. Firelighters just make it so much easier. Okay, so let's start putting some smaller bits on top. Create some heat. And Bruno's desperately trying to help here. He wants to take my sticks. Right, that should do it. We shall see. I've got actually quite a bit of firewood here. So I'm hoping this will be enough to get some coals. Hello. He wants his bee, but he's gonna have to wait a minute. Doesn't get everything he wants straight away. Hello, my lovely. Okay, I think we're in action. What a sleep. I had a great night's sleep. I do like that tent, gotta say. It's a shame it isn't freestanding and that it's only got one door. It's a shame they couldn't make a door on both sides, just to give you some options. That would have been quite nice. But then they're not designing it for YouTubers. They're designing it for people who are going on expeditions. But still, if a prevailing wind changed and you needed to use a different door, it would be nice. And there isn't another door. Maybe that's something they'll do in the future, a two-door version. It would add to the weight a little bit, but is what it is. Oh, you're so clingy this morning, eh? You're so clingy. And warm. He's just such a cuddle monster. He needs so many cuddles and strokes. Okay, here we go. Right, we've got action. He wants a stick. That's what he wants. I'll give him this one. Go on then. He won't bring it back probably, but whatever. Oh, he has got it. Okay. Right. It is nice that it's not raining. Because man, did we get a lot of rain yesterday. And the stream has gone right down. I'll show you it in a minute. We'll go and have a wander over there and I'll show you. Because it's so far down now compared to what it was last night. And it was roaring so loudly last night. Could barely hear myself think. In fact, while we're waiting for this, while we're waiting for the fire to get cranking, we can go and have a wander and have a look at the river. Should we go and have a look at the river? Mm-hmm. Come on then. Yeah, camp. What an awesome camp. This gutter system that I made worked really well. This thing where I make this guy line up to here and I just pull this flap up to make this channel. Look at that. See, watch the water flow down the channel there, all the way to the end. See, just a little thing like that, tiny, and it stops the water dripping in the front, and it just sends it all the way to that corner there. Look, and then you can have your water container underneath it, collecting water. That worked well. Right, should we show them the river? Come on then. So it has completely gone down. Wow. So to give you an idea, the river itself was up to here, up to this rock here, all the way. And now and it was really fast flowing. So you couldn't see any of this yesterday. Where Bruno's walking, you couldn't see any of that. And now it's almost clear again. Almost all the sediment is gone. Now this is just a trickling stream now. So by the time we leave, I think this will be even lower. So it rises fast and it drops fast. Obviously you've got to be careful in severe storms, because I mean, look at the size of this boulder and this entire tree. That boulder never used to be here. And it got washed down along with all these other boulders in the tree. So can you imagine the force required to do that? Would have been insane. Insane. I mean, the water would definitely have been up to the campsite, maybe over the campsite. Right, should we go and sit in front of the fire for a bit? You want your breakfast. He wants his breakfast. Chilly. It'll be nice in front of the fire though. Look at this backdrop. I don't know if you can see it. I haven't got a screen on the phone that shows me on this side. But come on, look at it. It's awesome. This is why it's my favourite spot. I love this stream. Okay, let's go back. I'm just recharging my microphones on the camera. See, I'm using this DJI system plugged into my phone bank, my power bank. This is my new lens, 14mm, 14mm lens, GM, and it's 1.8. It picks up really well at night time. Cool. All right, how's the fire going? Oh, we're cranking. We've got flame. We're gonna have a decent roaring fire. It's gonna be lovely. Get my breakfast on it. Oh, I said breakfast. All right, let's get Bruno his breakfast. Man up, Bruno. What you doing? Excuse the arse shot. Bruno, leave my cup alone. Wait, go away. Go away. You've had your breakfast. You don't need anything more. Oh. Well, we've got that. We've got that. What are we missing? We're missing water. Where's the water, Bruno? Here we go. All right, Bruno, what are you doing? Such a pest. Hang on, let me move forward a bit. Okay. Ah. Right. Now, shall I boil my water on the fire? Yeah, maybe I will. Although, it makes such a mess of the pan. Bruno, go away. Oh, no, enough. You've had everything. Go on, off. You're being a pest. Go. It makes such a mess of everything. I don't want my kettle, you know, you have to scour the kettle so much after you boil water on it. It just becomes a sooty mess. So I'm actually not going to use the fire for my water. Someone's going to say, oh, that's not true camping. It is. Oops. They're just talking nonsense. Actually, you know what? I just want an instant coffee. I don't want that other one. Oh, Bruno, I'm discombobulated. I don't know what coffee I want. I just want an instant coffee. Where is it? Okay. I am not organized this morning. Not even remotely. I don't even know if I'm in camera. I can't settle. Hang on. All right, how's that? See, if I can't see the screen, then I don't know what you can see. Okay, first of all, let's get water. Bruno, go away. Away. Go on, go away. You're being a pest. I know what you're up to. Honestly. He's way worse than Bruce was for sniffing out food. He's never satisfied. He would eat until he was fat. I think what we're going to have is a mocha. Yes. Have a mocha. We've got some low mist coming in. Is it raining? I hope not. Although, to be honest, it won't make much of a difference to pack down because everything's soaking wet anyway. It's not going to dry out without the sun, and there's no sun. Okay, so my gas is cold, so it's not working very well. So I'm just going to invert it, make it liquid. And this gas stove preheats it and it works better. Wow, I'm getting hot. Right, so I always carry with me a whole bunch of coffees and drinks and things now. So we're going to double up the coffee, and I'm going to have a mocha, so I'm going to have a hot chocolate in there. This is what I call a perfect morning. And to see that stream has dropped where it has. I think you can see the stream even in the camera. It's just so picturesque.
Hot chocolate in with the coffee. Right. Right, okay, so the fire has established itself. It's burnt through most of the stuff. And now, remember, I want coals to cook the bacon on. So I don't really want to put, even though it's gone right down, I don't really want to put too much on it. Because again, I just want some coals. And I don't want a massive fire that I then waste. So as long as I've got heat and I've got the coals at the end, I'm fine. And no smoke would be ideal. Aha! Beep. I have to beep that. Oh, just spilt coffee on my hand when I turned it round. Something had to go wrong this morning. God, that was hot. Oh, recovery. All right. It's all right, Bruno. Everything's okay. Bless him. Oh yes, that's nice. Mmm. Ah. Oh. Oh, there's condensation inside. So I can't really shake the top off. Lots of condensation. I could wipe it down with the towel, but maybe I'll do that later. All right, what's going on with this fire? I actually think we're going to need a bit more than that. Yeah. A few more coals. Because that's not going to be enough, really. So we'll just start at one end of these sticks and then flip them around once they're cranking. And then we'll get my grill set up and hopefully have a nice breakfast of just bacon and nothing else. Carnivore. Carnivore, Bruno. You see his head tilts. Do you enjoy camping? Come here. Let me clean your eyes. There you go. Do you enjoy camping? Camping. Are you ready to go home? His head tilts are incredible. All right, everyone, I'll bring you back for breakfast. You've had your breakfast. Welcome back, everybody. All right, sit rep. It started raining again. Well, it was anyway, for a few minutes. So I've got the fire down to just coals. It's plenty. I'm not going to waste this wood. I just need to, there's one last piece there that I need to break up a bit and then I can put my grill on. It's so hot in front of this fire. Even though it looks tiny, it's so hot. She said. Okay. We've got a bit of flame going on here, but it shouldn't be so bad. I think we're going to spark quite a fire when I put the bacon on. We shall see. Okay, so we'll do it lengthways, just to give me some options. I love this grill. I can't remember where I got it. I'm sure I got it on Amazon. If I did, then just check my Amazon page. It'll be on there. The link will be in the description. I get asked so many times where I get different products and things. Where is it? Can I put a link? I don't really tend to put links in the description of each product. It would go on forever because I'm always doing new stuff. So I just have an Amazon page, like a storefront, and I just put everything on there. It's just so much easier. Look at all this bacon. This is Pessel's Manuka smoked bacon. This stuff is amazing. I'm just checking you can actually see. Yeah. This stuff is delicious. So now he's been running off all over the place, and now he's loitering here. Again, you can't see him, he's just beside the camera. Because I've got the bacon out and he knows. Right, I think this is going to cook quite quickly. You know what? I didn't sharpen my knife. Got to remember to do that when I get home. It's really bugging me. Right, now I don't think I'm going to put all of this bacon on. That would just be pure gluttony, and that wouldn't be like me at all. It's not going to be the easiest thing to get out. Okay, here we go. And people always ask me, oh, do you wash your hands and blah, blah, blah. Of course I do. I've got hand sanitizer, I've got wipes, I've got a river right there. It's like, I don't show every single second. Like brushing my teeth. Of course I brush my teeth. I've got, what do you call it? Toothpaste tablets, which are awesome. Bruno's nose is going to be going ballistic now. This is definitely going to trigger him. This is a lot of bacon. There's no way I'm putting it all on. Because, oh yeah, this is over half a kilo. This is 600 grams of bacon. It's more than the steak I had last night, I think. Okay. I think that will be enough. Okay, nicely slow cook over these coals. Ooh. Okay, perfect. Back in the cool bag. Bruno, go away. I know what you're going to do. Nope. He's going straight for the pan, straight for the bowl, because these are in there. He is a glutton, I'm telling you. Oh, I'm starting to get whiffs of bacon here. Yeah, so the rain, it has started again. I know you can't see it on camera, it's very light, but it is raining. Which is a shame. I was hoping for a dry pack down. I hope it still will be dry. I don't want to put my rain jacket on. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'll bring you back when the bacon is ready. Right, the bacon is pretty much ready. And The rain is picking up. It was too much to hope for, to have a dry pack down. Right, what I'm going to do is, I mean, it's definitely ready, but I'm going to do what I did with the steak last night. I'm just going to drop it down onto the coals to get a bit of a crackle going. Okay. So let's do this. So you just fold the legs in. And put it right on top of the coals. And that should just give it a bit of a nuking. Oh, come on. I can't believe it's raining. Oh, now we're getting all of the sounds of the bacon. Somebody's waiting for his portion. All right. He's so funny, isn't he? He's just desperate to get his piece. He recognizes the smell and he knows he's going to get some. Yeah, by lowering it onto the coals, you get a really good burn at the end, a really good crisping up of everything. This fire has been perfect, so hot, and the stones are so hot. It's reflecting all this heat. Even though it's cold out there, I just don't need, I've got my jacket undone, I've got my beanie off. That's the difference the fire makes. Can you see him sitting there nicely? I think you can actually see him. You can see his face, just here. He's waiting. So patiently now, or a bit less patiently now. Just wait, Bruno. Just wait. Okay. I've cleaned my bowl, my plate, because I knew this is the one that replaced my red one that I burnt up on the tops. Okay, now what I'll do is take that grate off. Or maybe I should leave it on here actually, just burn off the juices. Because otherwise, you know who is going to be licking it constantly. Yeah, so let me do that, I'll burn that off. Okay, we're good. Right, he gets a bit. We'll give him a good bit. I've got to just cut some of this up for him. What I'll do is I'll give him some small pieces combined. He's not allowed too much bacon, obviously it's salty. These things are not good for him. Bacon isn't great for dogs, but he's getting this little treat because he's had his breakfast as well. And he's a small dog, he's not a big dog. It's a shame I have to explain this every time, but just the comments from the Karens. Right, Bruno, there you go. Come round. No, other way. Bruno, come round. This way. Oh. You can't go round that way. Well done. He's worked it out. Here you go. Okay. Come on. Here. What's this? Is that your bacon? Okay, sit. Wait. Wait. Sit. Sit. Be a good boy. Come on, sit. Good boy. Go on then. Right. Bon appetit, everybody. Bon appetit. This might be easier to use my hands. I've cleaned my knife, so I can use that. Cooked on the fire. Wow. So much better than from the pan. Like the smoky, I mean, I know it's smoked bacon anyway, but it's delicious. And Bruno agrees because he's finished this already. Oh, that's delicious. Okay, everyone. I'll bring you back after the bacon for packing down the tent. I'm just going to have a quick cowboy coffee. So all I've done is I'm steeping the coffee grinds in the kettle. It smells amazing. I'm going to let that come to a boil, give it a bit of a simmer, just to take the bitterness out. And then, when it's cooled down a bit, I'll sprinkle some cold water on the surface of the coffee. Oh, there we go. Oops, overflowed. Okay, so now I'm just going to let that sit. Yep. I'm going to let that sit, then sprinkle cold water on the top. The grinds will sink to the bottom, and then I should be able to pour out fresh coffee. Now, usually I do this with plunger grind, which is quite thick, so it falls really easily. Espresso grind, I don't know if it was going to work. I've not done that before with espresso, so we shall see. We shall see. The cold water grabs the grinds and it sinks. Yeah. Bruno! I've lost him. Bruno! He's disappeared. I've just realized he's been gone for a few minutes. Bruno! Come on! There he is. Have you been up to no good? You've been playing? Okay, stay there. I've got coffee here. Right, so what we'll do is we'll sprinkle the water onto the top. And this thing, my Hydro Pack water bottle is actually pretty good for this. So let's just sprinkle that. There we go. Okay. Leave it for a minute, and I'm hoping it'll pour out unadulterated coffee. Obviously, you don't want to shake it up. You want to pour it gently, but it should come out perfectly. And that little bit of sprinkling of water isn't going to cool it down that much, but it just grabs the grinds and pushes them down to the bottom. That's the plan anyway. Let's see if it's the case. Let's see if that worked. Now I should be able to see. Oh, it has worked. It's clear. No grinds in the coffee. I don't know why this leaks now. My kettle leaks all the time now. I wonder if there's a crack somewhere. I might need to get a new Trangia kettle. So that worked. It's clear in there. I can't see any grinds at all. They're all at the bottom. I just poured all of that coffee into my burner, which was silly. Can you see him with the grill? Okay, let's see. Moment of truth. Now it looked completely clear. Yep, no grinds. Perfect, strong coffee. So that's cowboy coffee. That's how you do it. Practice makes perfect. The first few times you do it, you might still end up with grinds. You just got to make sure you get the right quantity of cold water. It's got to be freezing cold water all around the top of it. You'll see it suddenly sink. You'll see those grinds just disappear. Then gently, it's got to be the spot right at the top, gently pour the coffee out. It should be clear. You don't need a filter at all. Yeah, if you see people with a filter drip coffee things in camping, you don't need any of that nonsense. Cowboy coffee works. As long as you know what you're doing and you practice, then yeah, no problem. That is beautiful. It takes all the acid out of it by doing that steep and cooking, boiling it with the coffee grinds in there. Takes the bitterness out. Yeah, that was perfect. So yeah, espresso grind, even that worked. In fact, I think that worked better than plunger grind. All right, everyone, bring you back after I've had my coffee and we'll pack down camp. Okay, welcome back everybody. Right, it is time to pack up and it's just started properly raining. I can't believe my luck. Oh, okay, as usual, I am going to fast forward this because there's a lot to pack up and it's going to take me ages and you don't want to see all of that. So I will fast forward it beginning now. Okay, bag is packed, time to take the tent down. Right, we loosen it up and we take the pegs out, we do the inside up. All right, so then we can take the poles out. That was relatively painless. The worst bit is having to get it all back out at home again to dry it all off. I do get asked about that. Can I do a video of me drying all my gear? Honestly, I can't be bothered. It's not interesting at all. Leave that, Bruno. It's not interesting. Okay. Next, Bruno, leave. Right, next, let's get the tarp down. Got my Garmin InReach Mini. This is my beacon. Don't go anywhere without that. So look at these cam locks here, amazing. So I've got one at each end and I've got a knot on the end of the cord. And what it does is, it just, you release like that, see? And then the knot holds it in place, but then when you want to tighten, you just pull until it's really tight, and that locks, just like that. The old line locks, the little tiny ones, they used to bung up when the cord got wet. These, you just pop it out and it's released straight away. So these cam locks, I'll put them on the Amazon page, the link where I got them. So far, and this is the first test I've done with them, so far so good. I've got one at each end, and I've got a 4 meter, what is that, 12 feet piece of cord, and this is 3mm cord. Again, that's on the Amazon link, just in case you want to make these yourself. It is so simple. You just put a knot on each end once you've threaded it through. But they hold perfectly. And I'll show you, when I unhook this, what it looks like. See? I don't know if you can pick that up. And so, hang on, let me just get out of frame here for a second. Okay. So what happens is it binds on this contraption in here like that, and it locks, and then you just pop it out and it's free again. Simple. Simple. Okay, so yeah, I'll put the Amazon link on my Amazon store. Actually, I'll just put these and the cord that I use to make them. I can't remember who makes them. I think it's, I don't know. I can't make it out. Nighties? I don't know. But it takes 2mm to 5mm cord. 5mm is massive. You won't need 5mm cord. I mean, you probably set a hammock up on 5mm cord. But anyway, that's what they are. Right, let's get this done. Okay, I just need to stack this wood up in the tree, collapse the fire pit. I've already put the fire out, put the big camera away, and then I'll bring you back for the walkout. All right, camp is all packed up. I put my firewood in the trees. Whether it will hold, I don't know. Fire pit is collapsed, site is clear. So, we're good to go. We're good to go, Bruno? Should we go home? Back to the car? Back to the truck? Yeah, okay, let's get going. Come on. Look how much the stream has dropped, even from when I videoed it earlier. Goodbye, campsite. Been awesome as usual. Okay. Bring you back for crossing the stream. All right, let's see if Bruno picks a good spot to cross. Let's cross, Bruno. Come on, let's cross. Good boy. That is fine. And then we're going to cross it again, just over there. Wow, the waterfalls. Awesome. Okay, so that's where the devastation was, where everything came crashing down and brought all this debris. But now there's a new waterfall, so it's found a new path. Somewhere up there, it's changed direction again, and now there's a new waterfall. Look at this. Holy moly. I don't know where this has come from. It's changed direction. Look at this waterfall, Bruno. Man, that's loud. This is new. I don't know where this came from. Not seen that before. What do you think, Bruno? All right, come on. Let's cross the river. Oh, this has changed direction a bit from yesterday. Interesting. Right, let's cross up here over this log. Yeah. Oh no, actually let's just cross down there. Everything's changed, even since yesterday. The direction. It's carved a new path. It looks a bit quieter over here, a bit wider, a bit calmer. Ugh. I know Bruno's right behind me. Go on then. There you go. He's an expert crosser already. Oh, I got water in my boot. Ah, yuck. Oh no. Oh well. Be in the car soon. All right. One more crossing. Whew, okay, last crossing. Come on, Bruno. Cross. Right. No more crossings. Let's get back to the truck. Well, Bruno knows where he's going. Hey Bruno, is that fun? Is that fun? Come on then. Okay, there's the truck. Oh, it was a great trip. Enjoyed that. Okay, bring it back in the truck. Oh. AB camping. Whoops. It's your towel, Bruno. Canopy by M2 Overland. Oh, there's those other, how do you say it? Lot pies? Lottie? Oh, I should have had those. Right, let me get the pack off, bring it back. Right, okay, I need a nice cold Gatorade. Oh, I can see snow on the tops. Up there, just a sprinkling. I guess it came down to about 1,600 meters, the snow. Anyway, whew, I'm gonna have my Gatorade. It's been a great camp. Thank you everyone for coming. Let's bring Bruno in. Come on. Go on, puppy. There you go, on your sheepskin. You see, I've put these neoprene covers on. I can't remember I've spoken about this before. It's called the wet seat. Got these from Australia. It just protects the seating, and they're waterproof because they're neoprene. Like diving material. Very cool, got them everywhere. But I've got his sheepskin, real sheepskin rugs here. This is what he likes to just hang out on and sleep on. And we've got a surprise. We've got a surprise coming. So the next camp, big surprise, it's car camp. I'm hoping top of a mountain in horrible conditions, but no tent. So where am I going to sleep? It's a mystery, but I'm not going to set up a tent. But it is a mystery. But I've got a cool thing that I think would be fun. And it'll be good for car camping, truck camping, and everything else. Anyway, bring you back for that, which will be in another couple of weeks from this video. Thanks again, everyone, for coming. We've really enjoyed ourselves. Haven't we, Bruno? Hey? He's raring to go. Okay. It's been a great trip. Thank you again to all of the people who contribute to treats on Buy Me a Coffee. All our YouTube members who get access to the video as it gets put in the storage area, the members storage area before it gets released. Thank you to all the super thanks. Everyone who's bought merch. And everyone on Patreon, thank you very much. And thank you everyone for subscribing. Please subscribe. Please thumbs up. It's just, whether it makes a difference or not, I don't know, but it's just nice to see. I don't see thumbs down, so might as well put a thumbs up instead. All right, everyone, thanks very much for coming, and we'll see you again next time on AB Camping with Tony and Bruno. Bye, Bruno. You gonna say goodbye? All right. Bye, everybody.